When we start talking about shapes, we're talking about closed figures. How many lines does it take to close a figure? Well, one line won't do it. Two lines don't do it. We still have opening here. But to close the figure, we could close it with 3 lines. Now, we could use more lines to close. That closes a figure. We have 4 lines on that. Here's one that closes it with 5 lines. But at the beginning, the very least amount of lines that you can use to close a figure would be 3. So closed figures have at least 3 lines that need to be used. Enter the triangle. Now triangles come in a lot of shapes and sizes. I've given you some examples on my board. To identify the triangles, we will either look at the sides or the angles to name them. If you're looking at the sides, there are basically 3 categories of them. Where you've got equal sides, you have what's called an equilateral triangle. The isosceles triangle has 2 equal sides and one that's different. And the scalene have no sides that are the same. Equilateral, 3 sides. Isosceles, 2 sides that are the same. And scalene have 0 sides that are the same. Again, I suggest you put this into a notebook because I'm describing how you recognize these. And your textbook, your assignment, your worksheet is going to call these scalene triangle ABC, and you know that there are no sides that are the same in that particular triangle. So equilateral has all the sides that are the same. The isosceles has 2 sides that are the same, and a scalene, none of them are. Looking at our angles, we have what's called an acute triangle, an obtuse, and a right. So we have acute. So your angles have to be fractionally above 0, but not 90. So fractionally from just above 0 all the way to just below 90. That's the range of what these angles could measure in an acute triangle. Your obtuse triangle, one angle that's larger than 90 degrees. Angle here, all right, so this is over 90. The rest of them are acute, but we don't care about that. It has one obtuse angle. That's what you're looking for, something that's bigger than 90 degrees. And your right triangle has one angle that is exactly 90 degrees. So recognizing our angles, acute, well, you know, when they're tiny like that, they are kind of cute. Obtuse angle, you can think of that, that's a great big one, and a right triangle is 90 degrees. So if you're worried about mixing these 2 terms up, I don't think you're going to mix up the right triangle because right means the 90 degrees, and we hear it a lot in other shapes like the square and the rectangle. But the acute one is all of these are less than 90 degrees, and I always think of them as being kind of cute.